Hello everybody, this is DragonKirby, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Gravity Circuit. In the last episode, we finished the story. You faced off against not only the Commander Circuit, but we sadly took down Colonel. And now we're going to show off all the stuff that I didn't get. Off screen, well, not off screen, I did record it, as I was going to show off here. I did collect not only the two enemies I missed, for like the enemy chips I missed, because I figured out what they were, and I also showed off that in the stages now, you don't have to pay to get your burst energy and health back. They're now free permanently since you complete the story. So now, let's see now let's see the rest of the chips. Let's start with the enemies first. What did we miss? We have the Fire Spitter, a mean bot that likes burning things. Quite the rascal. And the Junk Fly, a garbage collecting drone carrying an explosive. Keep them off. And now, I believe this is the last one. The Junk Creeper, a four-legged bot that can stick to ceilings, releases nasty goop. I gotta admit, this one looks like a spider and this one looks like a turtle to me. And am I the only one that sees that? Is that because they're green? It's the leg shape, the legs designs, they're like, and all that. No, that's not the characters yet. I want to make sure I have all the enemies researched. I want to make sure I have everyone. There we go. All the enemies are now taken care of. Now for bosses, we have two left. We have Colonel, that pompous bot under the control of the Commander Circuit. And finally, Commander Circuit, the source of Virus Army, the true evil. Man, that is an insane close-up when you look at it. And for the last bit of information, we have Nameless, an ordinary bot that became the current Gravity Circuit. And finally, the Gravity Circuit. Wait a minute, that's you! That's me, we do it, we did it. We have everyone. All the information chips. Also, here's one thing I wanted to show off real quick. Give me the ball. If I get in the right position, if you do this just right, and you keep the angle constant, there's 3. You're supposed to do this, I believe, like 10 times in a row. You get an achievement for it. I want to see if I can do it. 3. Dang it, I stopped at 4. Come on. Dang it. Speaking of the achievements, I actually want to... Here's your ball back. Speaking of achievements, let's go talk to Pat real quick. Because I get to show off. No, that's mission select. I want to show off all the achievements that you can do. That way, if you wanted to complete all the challenges or achievements in the Steam version and PS4/PS5 version, I believe. Here we have Pugilist, defeat 100 enemies in combat. Fighter, defeat 250 enemies in combat. Warrior, defeat 1,000 enemies in combat. The Red-Tinted Beatdown, overkill 250 enemies, no mercy. If you notice when I was like, if you throw an enemy at either another enemy or into a wall, their body turns red. And if you, instead of grabbing them and throwing them, if you just keep smacking them when they turn gray, they'll turn red. And you can't pick them up if they turn red. So that's how that's how you get that one. Chuck 'em. Defeat 50 enemies with thrown objects. Look at them go. And defeat 100 enemies with thrown objects. We have return the gift, grab an enemy's shield and throw it 10 times. Thanks for their generosity. Those are mainly used for the shield enemies, like the shield virus soldiers. So keep an eye on, make sure to try to grab as many as you can. Return to owner, throw any object spawned by a boss back at them. That'll show them. So like Blade, I think it was like Cooler Circuit, I believe is his name, or Blade Circuit. He's Cooler Circuit and his name is Blade, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, like his icicles, the drill in the mine stage, the boss there, you can throw his rocks at him. The Doctor Circuit, I forgot his name, I'm sorry. You can throw the needle, the syringes that he shoots out. So there's a lot of bosses, I believe, that you can do that with. So it's good to keep an eye out. Burst them. Use burst techniques 100 times. Energetic strikes. That should be used. I don't think I've done 100 burst techniques in this Let's Play, but it is a good thing to keep in mind. Truly healthy. Collect all health upgrades, which is what we did. The truly energetic is the same thing, but with the burst energy upgrades. The data hoarder is what we just did, which is collect and research all the data chips. Chip collector, purchase every booster chip, which is the stuff that we get from the nurse. The technique practitioner, learn every burst technique in the game, master of combat, which is definitely helpful. Now bot left behind, rescue all bots in need of help in any stage, help them out. Which is basically all the civilians you rescue, all the stages, you collect all 64 of them. Heroic rescue, rescue all bots in need of help, lend a helping hand. Oh yeah, that's one, and if you can rescue all bots at a certain stage, and that's for all the bots in total. I read that wrong. Already healthy, clear a game without collecting any health upgrades. If you want my personal opinion, if you want to complete this challenge, do it on easy mode. There's no easy, normal, and hard mode. You should be able to do it really easily in easy mode. Already energetic, clear the game without collecting any burst upgrades. You can also do this on easy mode, but there's also a way I got this achievement through unintentional means. I'll explain it later. Almost chipless. Clear the game without purchasing additional booster chips. Don't need any more, which is the same thing as all this. You can, and also almost techniqueless is the only burst technique you have is the one that you get for free. Same thing with the chipless one. This is if you're gonna do any of these. Like if you want to do all of this all at once, just do it on easy mode. Ignore everything. Like ignore any health upgrades, energy upgrades, everything, and you'll be fine. There's Bark Bark. Rescue the 2 dogs, which means if you're doing heroic rescue and low bot left behind as well, you will get these 2 just fine. You get these for petting both the dogs, which, why wouldn't you not pet the dogs? Shoot the hoop. This is what I was talking about earlier. Not only, this is what you get when you first get the ball into the hoop for getting the information chip from the kid. Then there's Hoop Expert. Score 10 points with the training ball in a row without touching the rim. That is what you need to do. I kind of had a good rhythm. I was able, but it shouldn't be that hard once you find your rhythm for it. Take a breather, rest with Fix for a while, and contemplate things. Very comfy. A lot of these achievements also correlate with getting all the information chips for that achievement. Hey, that's fragile. Pay for damages caused. It's only right. There's an achievement for attacking the tube that had the bot in it. So yeah, you get an achievement for being a jerk. Object, survive. Objective, survive. Survive the burst technique of any boss 10 times in one fight. Flip by. Okay, that's... Wait, survive the burst technique of any boss 10 times. I think how this would have worked is that it would have worked in cases of like the circuit crystal, where you fight all 8 of the rebel circuits during their burst technique. So that would make sense. Also, it could work with when you fight the original gravity circuit as well. Simple finish. Defeat any boss without using a burst technique. Teach them the basics. As it says, simple finish. Very simple. Not that hard to do. Especially if you go fight the first boss with it without using a burst technique, which is what I think I did last time. Flashy finish. Defeat any boss using a burst technique to finish them off. So you have like polar opposite objectives, but they're fine. The perfect finish. Defeat any boss without taking any damage. And then there's flawless clear. Clear any stage without taking any damage. And you could do this, what I did. There's also another achievement that I did with this. Is if you just use the tutorial stage, the intro stage, you can do both of these really well because you're not required to go through a Rebel Circus stage. Unlike this, because after reaching Guardian Core HQ, clear any stage without taking hazard damage. Safety first. I believe that is required for you to use the Rebel Circuit stage. There's simple clear any stage without using burst technique, strong fundamentals. There's no time for repairs, reach Guardian Core HQ, clear any stage without using a repair station, gotta keep moving. So that's like, basically you go through an entire stage without, yeah, it's not that hard if you play it safe. Hookshot only. This is the other achievement. With the perfect finish and flawless clear and the hookshot only, all 3 of those can be done with the intro stage. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. I'm giving you these hints so you can 100% all the achievements just like I did. Faster than light. Don't get hit by a laser in Steelworks. Oh, I've explained this. This is Optic Circus 1. This is what I explained during, these are all the, circuits stuff that I already talked about. So I'm going to, so I'm not going to do anything. So I'm not going to talk about it. There's Burst Dodger, you avoid all of Mr. Negative's burst techniques, move like a ninja. There's Circuit Master, defeat the Circuit Crystal in one go without retires. I think I've already explained that. The no joking around, as I said, if I remember, if during the boss fight with Hash, he will randomly laugh, and if you smack him while laughing, that's how you get this achievement. Hands off. When you're fighting Colonel, he'll try to grab you and throw you to the ground. You want to avoid that. If you do the entire boss fight without getting grabbed, you get this achievement. Avoid the hands, don't get crushed under Commander Circuit's hands, no slamming. It's when he does his hand slam that causes a shockwave. You just don't want to get crushed. I don't know if the shockwaves count, but I do know that the slamming is something you want to avoid. Everyone is here. Have everyone you've helped show up during the game's ending cinematic, A Touching Reunion. So like after the boss fight where you're on the edge with Pat and all the other robots you saved, that's how you get this achievement. I think I think I did that. I don't think I missed anyone. I'm hoping I didn't. Mission all done. Defeat all Rebel Circuits. Is it finally over? That's these two are I don't need to explain. It's simple. It's basic story progression. There's this one. Complete the game in New Game Plus mode. Time for another round. And then there's Circuit Style Finish. Complete the game in Circuit mode. Now that I'm going to... And then there's Full Clear. Complete all the game's challenges. So if you get up to all 52 of these done, you'll get the 53rd automatically. Now for Circuit mode, I will meet you at the title screen. And now here at the title screen, we'll hit Start Game. And if you go to our save file, this is the one I was using. If we click this button, the A button, you'll have 3 options. Continue, New Game Plus mode, and Circuit mode. As it says here, health can be converted to burst energy. if you think that using the repair burst technique for like 1 HP to gain more is going to work, no, I thought so, and I was disappointed. It wasn't so cool, but it does make sense because you would just become unkillable. But here's the thing: circuit mode still gives you 2 of the burst techniques, or the burst capsules or energy tanks on your to use. You get 2 free burst techniques before you have to use HP. If you complete circuit mode for the achievement, and you haven't done the don't collect any burst energy upgrades, you will get the already energetic achievement, because it doesn't count you as collecting any energy upgrades, but it will count for you if you use circuit mode plus, which is new game plus with circuit mode. It will give you the option of you would still have all of your HP upgrades. There we go. New game plus is what it says right here. You restart the game from the beginning, retaining all acquired equipment. It's very simple. I think that's everything I'm missing. I need to talk about. But if you've seen the developer, the Gravity Circuit Twitter account, they have been posting future updates. I don't know if they're going to be out by the time this bonus video comes out, but there is going to be like an official speedrunning mode where they have no cutscenes. There's going to be like on your different loadouts. Like you can get like multiple different loadouts, so that way you can just swap through specific loadouts for specific situations, which could be helpful. And also, there's going to be on that same page of the pause menu, there will be a indicator to tell you not only how many civilians you rescued, but which ones you've missed, if you missed any. So it could be very helpful for newcomers throughout the line. If you are unsure if you want to play get this game, like pay money, you get the game even though it's actually really cheap. You can get the demo that's on Steam. I don't know if it's on PS4, PS5, or Switch, but if you can check if you want. But you play the demo. You can play through like 2 of the circuit stages. There's a tutorial stage. The intro stage isn't there, but you get like a really good idea of how the game will play. And if you enjoy it, you can pick up the game if you want. I'm hoping that my Let's Play did help you, get an interest in the game and trying it yourself. Now, before I end things off, I think I know what my next Let's Play is going to be. And we're going to return to the world of Pokemon. Which type of Pokemon game are we doing? I don't know yet. We're gonna find that out. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.